talk about a student who has made a major impact to our school since she was just 5 years old here at Pinewood. And those of you who work with our little Panthers know how important that is. Madison is a strong student academically, 4.0 or better than a 4.0 actually, grade point average, taking honors and AP level classes. Whew. I'm getting emotional just reading it. All right, I'll be okay. My first memory of Madison was when she was in middle school, and she just had this great big winning smile and just a really kind spirit. And I just remember being a really sweet girl. And we talked about the fact that she was a figure skater, and we talked about that a lot, and I thought, oh, she's so quiet and timid, and then I saw her play volleyball. And those of you who know her know she is a fierce competitor as a volleyball player. And she played volleyball JV and varsity. And so we saw her this year as a true leader on that volleyball team. And she and the other seniors really took care of the younger kids on the team and the JV team. And so that's something that's really important that I remember about Madison that I hope a lot of you will take away from this. And so it was really cool to see her in that light. One of the words that really, as I was thinking about what was I going to say about Madison, one of the words that really defines her for me is dedication. She's dedicated to her friends. She's dedicated to her academics, obviously, to have such a high grade point average at a school like ours. She's dedicated to her school. She's participated in Blue Crew, FCA, Student Government, Interact Club, Homecoming, Miss Panther Courts, and she's all over the place with all the activities at our school. And she's really dedicated to service. Something a lot of you may not know is that the last 3 summers she's worked with hearing impaired students down at MUSC at a camp. So that's something that's really special that she's done, and she's going to continue doing it this summer. And hopefully, as you can see where she's going to college, she'll be continuing to do that while she's there too. She's also, talking about service, nanny to Brody and Jesse, and a lot of you probably see her. She comes back to school in the afternoons and picks them up each afternoon and takes care of them until their parents get home. And so I mentioned volleyball some because that's where I saw her as a really fierce competitor. But what a lot of you don't know or may not know about Madison is that she has been a figure skater for the past 13 years. And that was really the first time I really talked with her and with her parents about her schedule and what she was doing. And I realized she's getting up and going to figure skating at 6 in the morning before she comes to school. Then she spends a full day at school, and then she's participating in extracurricular activities. And I think that's something a lot of you, like I see some 9th grade and 10th grade students in here, it's really great to have a balance, and when you're committed to something and putting that much into it, that's really important. That's what we want you to do. And she's been fabulous at managing all of that and still being a major part of our school. And I know a lot of the younger skaters look up to Madison and want to be like Madison when they grow up. So I think that's something really special also. But most importantly, when you talk about dedication, she's dedicated to her family. And I've known their family for a long time, and you can see right now the level of dedication. And I know her, a lot of you know her brother Connor, who was here at Pinewood also, and I just used to love to see those two around campus at school. So at this time, it's my pleasure to announce that Madison Avery Andrews will be attending the College of Charleston. Madison, the floor is yours.
It all started in 2000. Who knew that 13 years later I'd finally be a senior at Pinewood Prep? I couldn't have asked for a better school or community to grow up in. Now as I look towards graduation and all the excitement that comes along with it, I'd like to thank a few people that have influenced me throughout my life. First, my teachers. Mr. Bryce. These past 2 years, your class has challenged me and taught me in ways that I could have only imagined. You give a demonstration for almost every concept, which always keeps class interesting. I know sometimes I ask a lot of questions in class, but I truly appreciate your patience and love for physics. Mr. Stone. Even though my interest in history and government was never as strong as yours, you always keep class interesting with your stories that I still don't know if I should believe or not. I truly appreciate all that you do for your students, and of course, thank you for coming to all my church league basketball games. Senora. You're the most caring and encouraging teacher that I've ever had. Thank you for all your patience throughout my 4 years of Spanish, and also thank you for being a positive role model for me. I'm really going to miss you next year. Miss Almont, that's class right now, but thank you for guiding me in art these past few years. You have helped me and influenced me in art and in life. You're an amazing teacher, and you don't receive enough credit for all that you do. I'm going to miss you next year. Finally, say with me. Thank you for all your help and guidance throughout the college process. I wouldn't be where I am in the college process if it wasn't for you. I appreciate all you continue to do for the students of Pinewood. I'd also like to thank Miss BK, Miss Coyle, Miss Harrell, Miss Stevens, and Mr. Mandel for all their academic support throughout high school. Aside from my academics, I've spent the last 13 years on the ice. I'd like to thank my figure skating coaches, Leslie Chabot and Stacey Mons, for pushing me to be my best on and off the ice. I will never forget how much you two mean to me. I would also like to thank my volleyball coach, Eddie Sykes, for teaching me the game of volleyball and forming me to the leader and athlete that I am today. Attending Pinewood since kindergarten has given me the opportunity to create lifelong friendships. I can honestly say that I couldn't have asked for a better class to graduate with. All the friendships and memories that I've made will stay with me forever. However, there was one friendship that has made it through everything. Addie, oh gosh. It has been an interesting 17 and a half years together, but I can honestly say that I couldn't and wouldn't call anyone else my best friend. You have been there for me no matter what the situation, and I know you will always be an important part of my life. Thank you for the memories. I love you. Also, I would like to thank all the families that have supported and influenced me throughout my life. Next up is my family, who has raised me to be the person that I am today. Connor, my big brother. Even though you can't be here today because you're up in the tundra at college, I still want to thank you for always watching over me and showing me what to do and what not to do. You're a great example. You're the best big brother that I could ask for, and I can't wait to be at College Charleston with you next year. I love you. Okay, money. Dad. I never thank you enough for all that you do to provide, all of your hard work to provide for us, but thank you. Ever since I was a little girl, you have encouraged me to try my best. You're my best motivator. I'm going to miss your basketball strategies before every game, and of course your famous corny jokes. I hope that next year when you I hope that next year when it's just you and Mom, that she still thinks you're funny. The thing I'm going to miss the most is every day when you come home and I ask how your day was, and you say, better now that I've seen you. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. I love you, Dad. Mom. Can you read it? As strict as everyone else sees you, you really are the most caring woman that I've ever known. I notice every day that I'm more and more like you, especially when I'm babysitting and dealing with kids. You have always been my biggest fan and advocate in everything I do. When I can skate, I can still hear you saying, big arms, Madison. I hope that one day I have the passion and courage to do what you do towards my profession, because you really do change children's lives. Thank you for always giving it to me straight when I'm wrong, and for always being my best friend. I'm going to miss seeing you in your classroom every day, but remember, I won't be that far away. I love you. Finally, after 13 years as a Pinewood Panther, I can proudly say that I can't wait to be at the College Charleston.